Come. Come. Even in daylight, you are as divine as the goddess Isis.
I was so appalled and stricken with remorse that for a while I was deprived of the powers of speech and reason. My worst nightmare was unfolding.
How often the gateway to power and fortune is found in the most unexpected places.
Unexpected, my lord.
Don't play the innocent. I know just what a cunning hand you have played in all this. Pharaoh told me that you were searching for the perfect wife to bear him an heir. Why did you never ask me to present my daughter?
Stop! This is the outer sarcophagus, which will contain the inner coffins. The one fitted inside the other. The innermost coffin is of pure gold. Come, let us see how the goldsmiths are progressing.
Raise!
To think that the gold and silver used to amass this treasure was in excess of 500 tarks, nearly 1/10 of all the precious metals mined in the past 1,000 years.
Stop! Lord Imdev, your daughter pleases me greatly. I shall take her at the next full moon. Commence the wedding preparations at once.
O great Egypt, I am deeply honored to grant the services of my daughter upon your household. This is indeed a great day. You must be delighted.
Never. I love tennis, and I shall never marry anyone else.
Do you not realize who asked for your hand? The Lord of all Egypt, the great Pharaoh Mamose himself.
I will not marry him, father. I would rather die first.
If you refuse, it will mean death for you and all those whom you love. Tanis, Taita. Good. Now go home at once and prepare yourself. My treasured daughter.
Lord Tanis.
My friend. Well, you look hot and out of sorts. Now then, did you speak to Lord Intef? Does he agree to my marrying Lostris?
Hear me now, and brace yourself for the very worst of tidings. Far from agreeing to this union, he has this very day pledged Lostris' hands to none other than Pharaoh Mamose. They are to be married at once. But do not think for one moment that her objections will count against the will of the king. There is another possibility we must face. Lord Intef hates you, and he has the ear of the king. He could order your immediate arrest, or worse still, the death warrant.
Do I fight a king to whom I have sworn my allegiance to?
You must sweep up Lostris in your arms and bear her away.
Leave Egypt.
Your men love you. They will follow you. Call out your squadrons and lead your men. They will fight for you.
No!
Yes! My lord, by tomorrow morning, you could be ruler of the Upper Kingdom. It is your destiny. Seize it with these warriors' hands.
Warriors' hands, yes, but not a traitor's. I will not break the solemn oath by taking up the sword against my king. Would Lostris love a traitor, as she has loved a patriot and a soldier?
She will love you no matter what.
I would lose her respect and my own.
You will lose your life!
I do not care to live without Lostris as my wife!
Your sense of honor is far too complicated for me. The same pharaoh that will marry your lustrous will order the strangling rope to be twisted round your neck.
And so it came about. The event that I had so desperately hoped to circumvent.
I bestow upon you the gift of parting, so that you will remember me always as the father that loved you. Speak out, my child. Name your marriage gift. You may have whatever you desire.
Give me Taita.
A royal slave is no fitting gift for a pharaoh's bride. Such stinginess is not in my nature.
I only want Taita.
Let the Taita stand forward!
I'm here, my lord.
Choose, Taita. Do you wish to stay in the only home you have ever known? For I cannot send you away. Not even at the request of my own daughter.
I realized that I was staring into the eyes of death. And though I'm not a coward, I'm careful of my safety. But my safety counted for nothing compared to the thought of losing my sweet Lady Lustrous.
How can I deny the wishes of the pharaoh's wife?
Come, Taita. Take your place behind me.
Farewell, my dear. You are a dead eunuch.
It has come to my attention that certain officials of this state have betrayed the trust that I have placed in them. Those found guilty of embezzlement and corruption will be summarily sentenced to death in the manner befitting a traitor. Tanos, you stand accused of treason and sedition. I find you guilty of both these crimes. I sentence you to death by strangulation.
My Lord Pharaoh, guilty of what crime?
It was wonderful. Never before had I seen such a display of protest accompanied the passing of a death sentence. Nothing could demonstrate more clearly the love which the populace bore Tanos.
Lord Tanos, I charge you with the task of eradicating from the upper kingdom of Egypt the outlaws and robber bands that are terrorizing this land. Therefore, the sentence of death is deferred for 2 years.
The task that Pharaoh had set was too great for any mortal to achieve. The cloud of death had not been lifted from over Tanos, nor the suffering of my Lady Lustrous. If only I could distract her for the first few days of this marriage, I knew I could see her safely through.
Taita, mix me a poison draft this instant. I cannot live without Tanis.
Tanos is alive. He's young and strong. He'll wait for you. The king is an old man. He cannot live forever.
I'm Tanis's woman, and no other man shall have me. I would rather die.
What about me?